What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Nguyen and I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. I'm filming this today on Friday, so of course I'm having an awesome day and I'm ready to enjoy the weekend. Today, I'm going to be doing my monthly M1 Finance portfolio review of my Wolf Pie. A lot of things have happened in the last month since my last review. Of course, there's the coronavirus. That's really sad what's going on there, and I really hope that gets resolved soon. And the Chiefs, they beat my Niners in the Super Bowl. Even though they beat my Niners, I gotta give them props. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and their whole team really gave the fans an exciting Super Bowl to watch. Congratulations. And lastly, I wanted to bring up the late, great Kobe Bryant. It was really sad when I heard the news that Kobe Bryant had passed away. I was actually living in LA when Kobe became a Laker, so it was such a huge loss, and my heart goes out to his family and the families of the other victims on that helicopter. A lot of Kobe Bryant's videos have been coming up as suggestions for me from YouTube. So I watched one the other day. It was really interesting. Kobe Bryant was being interviewed and he was asked, why don't you take a break? Why don't you go on vacations? Enjoy your success. And this was while he was still playing basketball. I'm gonna paraphrase here, but he said something along the lines of, I don't want to retire and look back on my career and think that I didn't put it all on the line. That there's something more that I could have done for the game of basketball and for my fans. And the reason that I bring this up is that this is how I approach investing. I don't want to look out 20 years from now and think, you know, if I had only invested a little bit more, thought a little bit more about my finances, maybe now I could help my daughter pay for school if she needs it. Or maybe I can go on more vacations with my family and enjoy life more. So that's just something I was thinking about before making this video, and I wanted to share it with you all. So in this portfolio review, first I'm going to briefly touch on my strategy and what I'm doing in this portfolio. Then I'm going to take a quick look at the S&P 500. And then we're going to take a look at how my portfolio has done since I started investing in it and how it's done in the past month. And finally, I'm going to talk about some of the stocks I own in my portfolio. So let's get right into it. So here's my Wolf Pie portfolio. In this portfolio, I use a strategy called focus investing, in which I concentrate my portfolio into a small number of companies that I feel I know very well. Some well-known focus investors are Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Typically, focus investors will hold between 5 and 20 stocks. I first learned about focus investing from a book I read several years ago by Robert Hagstrom called The Warren Buffett Way. My strategy for this portfolio is just to invest $20 a week into my Wolf Pie. If the stock market, as determined by the S&P 500, goes into a bear market, so if it drops 20% or more, then I'm going to double my deposits to $40 a week. So let's take a quick look at the S&P 500. This is a 1-year daily chart of the S&P 500. As you can see here, the S&P 500 has done very well over the past year. This week it hit a high of 33.47 and 96 cents, and a 20% drop would mean going down to 26.78 and 37 cents, which is denoted by this red line right here. So in order for me to double my investments, the S&P 500 would have to drop this low. Okay, so back to my portfolio. As you can see, I'm up to $489.60. My all-time return since August of 2019, which is when I started this account, is 17.09%. And over the past month, my return is 1.33%. Let's take a look at how some of my stocks have done over the past month, and then we can take a look at how they've done all time. So if you go down here, let me sort by the returns. Moodys, Amazon, and MasterCard have done very well over the past month. So has Republic Services, Trade Desk. PACOM is only up 2.68%, and Floor & Decor Holdings only up 1.08% for me in my portfolio. The laggards are Broadridge Financial, Illumina, and Xilinx. And now let's take a look at the all-time returns. So for the all-time returns, the Trade Desk has done very well for me, up 54%. PACOM has done very well, up 44%. Moodys and Amazon have done very well, so has MasterCard, Republic Services, and Floor & Decor Holdings, up 10% since August. And as you can see, the same stocks that have done poorly in the past month have done poorly for me all time, which is Broadridge, Illumina, and Xilinx. So I'm going to talk about my 3 top performing stocks: the Trade Desk, PACOM, and Moodys. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about my worst performing stock, which is Xilinx. The Trade Desk is a very interesting company. It's a product I've never used before, and if you've been watching my previous videos, you know that I really like to invest in what I know, straight Peter Lynch style. Now, I've never used the Trade Desk before, but the way I understand it, you can go onto the Trade Desk and create ads and advertise it to different places at once, such as Facebook, Instagram, Google searches, Gmail, connected devices like Roku and Apple TV, all in one place. And their sales and earnings have been growing tremendously. Unlike Facebook and Google, the Trade Desk allows you to advertise to many different places at once. Now, there's actually a lot of competition to the Trade Desk, but a lot of their competition doesn't trade on the public markets. One of the reasons I think the Trade Desk has done so well is because their competitors aren't trading on the public markets. So in a way, they're kind of a unique stock that's being traded. So I really like the Trade Desk, and I'm going to continue to invest in it. Next up is PACOM. Similarly to the Trade Desk, PACOM has a lot of competitors, but I really like their strategy and execution. PACOM sales and earnings have been growing really well. And some really interesting news for PACOM is that their stock just got added to the S&P 500 last month in January. PACOM makes cloud software dealing with human capital management. These are things such as HR payroll and employee timesheets. I really like this company, and I'm going to continue to invest in it. Next up is Moodys. I'm really surprised that Moodys has done so well for me. I mean, it's up 37.94% since I started investing in it. You know, I look at Moodys as a slow-growing, solid, stalwart type of company. So this really comes as a surprise to me. Even though Moodys has returned 37.94% for me since August, I'm not going to get too excited about it. I see Moodys as a long-term holding, and I'm just going to keep on investing into it week after week. So finally, I wanted to talk about Xilinx. Xilinx is a company I started investing in because their chips are used in 5G base stations. I also used their chips back in college when I was a computer engineering student. Also, I think Xilinx could be a big player in artificial intelligence in the area of inference. Xilinx just recently reported earnings, and investors were pretty disappointed. In their earnings call, their CEO, Victor Peng, mentioned that their company was seeing a slowdown in 5G rollouts. So that may have spooked investors a bit. As with all my holdings in this portfolio, Xilinx is a long-term holding for me. I'm going to continue investing in it. However, I got to mention I am a little bit concerned that we might be at the top of a chip cycle. And if we are, that could be bad news for the stock. One thing I'm considering is that I may lower my target on Xilinx to somewhere around 6% and reallocate some of that to some of the other stocks. It's just something I've been thinking about. Not sure if I'm going to implement it, but stay tuned for my monthly reviews to see what I end up doing. So that's all for this month's M1 Finance Portfolio Review. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop me a line in the comment box. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the like button. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.